On El Bosque beach, every day at 6 a.m., the fishing boats return after a night at sea.
There aren't many fishermen now since we had to leave. Some can afford to come all the way out here, others can't.
Guadalupe and her family still spend most of their time here. They've made a living from fishing their entire lives. Their house is one of the last ones standing in the village.
We still feel at home here, even though we've been forced out by the sea and climate change.
El Bosque today is a ghost village, submerged by the tides.
This was my mother's house. She ran a store here for about 30 years. This was the village's main street. The school bus would arrive and drop off the students here. Every time there was a wind from the north, it was like a small tsunami. And when the waves came to a house, they took everything with them. So people started putting up barricades, sandbags, tires, and so on. But nothing could stop the advancing sea.
Over the last 4 years, several NGOs have supported the villagers of El Bosque. Thanks to this struggle, the government has officially recognized El Bosque's inhabitants as people displaced by climate change, a first in Mexico.
What we need is for the El Bosque disaster to mark a first step towards putting in place public policies to deal with the cases of the climate displaced. It's painful to say, but there will be more and more climate displaced people in Mexico.
In November, almost all the villagers from El Bosque were relocated about 10 kilometres inland.
This is my new home. We have 2 bedrooms. Our life has been turned upside down. We lived from fishing, that was our way of life. But for us, this is a new beginning.
According to scientists from the UN Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, 300 million people will be directly affected by rising sea levels by 2050 unless forceful action is taken to tackle climate change.